Hello, welcome to our channel. Today I have a very special episode. We're going to touch on the theme of running containers on an HPC cluster, especially how to run a tool called Podman in our HPC cluster known as Ibex. So my name is Dr. Didier Barradas Bautista. I am part of the Chaos Visualization Core Lab, and as you can see, the KVL has a variety of expertise in different subjects. One of those is data science. Okay, just let's discuss the central question here. Why containers? For me, the most important point is that it allows your research to be reproducible. Why? Because it freezes your software in time. Also, it's great for sharing and collaborating because it can run in different platforms like Linux, Mac, and Windows. It's very easy to use because you can install whatever you want inside of them and you don't need permission to do that. This will become important in a second. Okay, but what is Podman? Podman, as is described in their own words, is a daemonless open source Linux native tool designed to make it easy to find, run, build, share, and deploy applications using Open Containers Initiative, OCI. That's something important that I will give you the homework to research what it is. But in short, Podman is an in-place replacement for Docker. Docker Container Engine is the most popular containers tool, but for security reasons, we cannot use it on HPC clusters. So, this is exactly why we need to use Podman. On HPC cluster is a shared resource, meaning that you're not the only user of that resource. The HPC cluster is different from your computer. Why? Because 1 is more powerful, 2 is very expensive, and 3 is usually organized in such a way that you have your own partitions and the people that is actually controlling the machine is not there and is not going to allow you to install anything, meaning you have no root access. Because let's say that this is an anarchical way of thinking, but let's say that you can install whatever you want in an HPC cluster. Because you have so many users, somebody will break another one's work or another one's pipeline. So on Ibex, we have two programs able to handle containers, Singularity and Podman. These two tools are actually good for rootless container, and this will also help you to deal with this thing of installing whatever you want without breaking anyone else's pipeline or project. So today we're going to run an example. This demo is going to cover only some basics like how to set up and then pull an image, but the goal is to show how to connect to a Jupyter server in two different ways. Okay, let's go. Okay, for those of you that know, we have here a web page of the Chaos Supercomputing Laboratory that contains how to actually enter to the HPC cluster Ibex, and then it explains how to run Podman. So we're going to follow this guideline. First of all, let's copy this command to connect. We're going to start by changing this username here to connect to the G login. Okay, now my password. Then I can check my daily message that is here. It says Ibex is fully functional. Excellent. Let's clear that. Now let's go into the second part of this guide. As you can see here in the note, Podman is not present in the login notes. The login notes is only the door to use all the resource. So we will use, for example, this command called srun, it's explained over the node here what is each part of it, but I'm going to use a small difference here. In this command here is actually asking for a B100, a special kind of GPU. I removed that from here so my job enters before and runs faster. B100s are a very coveted resource right now, so I don't want to get stuck too much time in this part. We are just waiting for the supercomputing to allow me enter a GPU. After that, we're going to run this command because we need this command to start working with Podman. And you see, especially this part here, this is the place where my container images are going to be stored. So it's important to have that. After that, we're going to run a very simple example of how to use pool. And in this case, we're going to pull the image of something very small that's called Engine X. It's a very small image for web applications. Okay, still waiting for the resource. We're not going to use that one time, so maybe if I shorten the time, let's say let's shorten this to 32 gigabytes and let's say 15 minutes, not more than that. And now we wait. So if you follow these guidelines here, you will end up running a Jupyter notebook or Jupyter Lab. In this example, I am going to use the first one from my home, but as I will show you, you can also run this from a different part. Let's do another SSH, and I will show that too. So here, again, my password, and this time let's go to a partition that is mine, and let's call in data science onboarding. Nice. Now I am here. Let's go to something different. Containers, not there. Containers. Here in containers, I have already prepared a script that is called Podman Jupyter Run, and we will discuss it later. We're going to submit this Podman Jupyter Run. Okay. Meanwhile, okay, as you can see, my allocation has been granted. Instead of logging, now I'm inside of a GPU. Let's check NVIDIA SMI, and I got a GTX. Okay, a Titan. Let's clear this. Good. Now, since I have already gone through this step, let's create this step here. Copy paste. This creates a couple of different folders, and then let's pull this image. If you do this, if you see here, the only difference with a normal pull from Docker is that we have to specify root. This folder here that is already been created will store the Engine X Podman image. Okay, it's a rootless container. It's copying all the blobs. It's going over. Excellent. Copying them all. Now it is creating the container. We wait for it a bit. Okay, there is that. Nice. Okay, let's see if we have now an image with a very small command that is called Podman images. Again, you have to specify where is your container being stored. In this case, Ibex user, my user, Podman images, and there you have it. Here is my image of Nginx. You have it here, you have the tag. We can also erase it like Podman. Let's go to, say, purge. Don't recognize, okay. So Podman, remove image, and then we're going to remove from here this image here, and now it's taking it out. If I run again images, now I have nothing. Very simple. Nice. Okay, now let's try something else. Let's try to run something a little complicated. We're going to run a Jupyter Lab. I already pulled this image. I did already this step here into a different folder to save a little bit of time. I have to copy this. With this command, all the possibilities here all the flags that you have here are explained. I have to go a little bit on changing a couple of stuff like this one, Podman, then user, and it should work. This is the image that I want to run, which is an image that my colleague Abdel Rafur Halimi prepared with TensorFlow and Jupyter Notebook, Jupyter Lab in this case, inside. So if we run this, we should be able to run it if we copy the right name, user Podman, like this, and then the tag is tfgpu. Okay, here it goes. Now you see, now it's running. These are all Jupyter Lab stuff. Now we can use the following. As you can see here, in this part here, it says copy this into your browser, change this part, your host name. What is your host name? Very easy. This GPU name here is your host. You change that for this, and then you press enter, and it opens here the Jupyter, and now it's asking for the token. The token is just right here. We copy this token, we put it here, we log in. Okay, and now because I am in my home directory, I can check all the things that I have here inside of my directory. I can see different files and I can just work on it. Okay, let's check this out. We can also put a terminal here. Now, if you do an ls, you can see the same as here. And now, you know that you can do stuff like this. This is from home. But what about the other thing that I just launched, right? So if you remember, Let's clear this out. I submit something that is running already. So if I do sq dash dash me, I can see that I have this GPU bash that is actually this session here, is the interactive one. Then I have this one, which is the Podman Jupyter run script that I have here. Now this script is also here and is explained and colorful, right? I am asking for 1 hour, 1 node, 1 GPU, any GPU. Then it's going to send me a mail, and the name of the job is Jupyter. You can see this here. Then it's going to set up stuff in the environment, and as you can see here in this bottom part, we have to look at the error file. Okay, let's check the error file. The last error file is called Jupyter. Okay, let's check it out inside. All the same stuff. Okay, so in this case, as the guy says here, please check for this one, local, which is the first one. This we copy paste into a new one. It also asks for the token. We know where is the token. We copy paste the token. We log in. And now I'm in a different place. If we open a terminal, my code. Now I'm not looking at the same stuff here. This is my home. This is another folder. This folder is a folder that I'm working currently, where it has different examples of pretty much different frameworks like TensorFlow, PyTorch, and Horobot. And you can see that I can see also and work with the different stuff here, even create a new notebook that I can say, let's rename it to erase. And then here I am, print hello. Forgot to put this here. There you go. And it's added here. Perfect. Now I can work inside of Ibex in any place that I want. These are two different ways to do the same job. You can do it interactively or with this example here for a learn job. You can follow these guidelines here. I will put this link on the description. But so far so good. This is all I have to show you for today. Let's clear this, and then let's stop this. Now if I do sq dash me, I'm still running both of them. If I exit from this, now everything just gets different. Sq dash me. Now only the Jupyter notebook that I have submitted is still running. Okay, so far so good. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it's helpful. If you have any question, please contact us. Contact the KVL, the KSL. We're there for you. We can help you with this. Thank you very much. See you next time.